Hi and welcome. This is Ricky, and I'm going to do essay number 6 today. It's on resistance, and it's called An Addiction to Self. I know that sounds really, really strange, because, when we're down here and we're hanging in, and for a lot of us spiritual seekers, the only thing we want to do is get out of here. You know, we want to connect to the true spirit, the Christ spirit that we are, and we want to leave. We want to get out. And the problem is, um, it's not it's not so much God keeping us in the pool. Yes, it's by design that we stay down here in the pool, but it's got more to do with our own, our own addiction to it. And I guess what's a better way to keep your little kid happy and playing the game than to get him so that he really likes the game, then he won't want to stop playing. And that seems to be kind of how it is. You know, um, I really love A Course in Miracles, and I love it because even though I've been at it for over 30 years, I still grow with it. Um, the more open I become, the less resistance that I put out, the less, resistant I am, the more I can just open up. And the more I open up, the less I play the game. Um, just kind of going along with the flow. The game is really a wonderful, wonderful way of making believe. What if I, you know, what if I could be pink? What if I could have 20 feet and two heads and a unicorn horn? The what ifs. And with all that kind of power there, after a while, um, we really get addicted to that. We can really get caught up in, I want it now, I want it my way, and this is fun, and that's that. And we tend to want to stay more connected to the little self that we, quote unquote, have created, uh, which is it's just fantasy anyway, because we can't create anything from down here. Um, but we get caught, truly caught, in the playing of it. I don't want to do this. When I grow up, I'm going to be a fireman. I don't want to date him anymore. He's awful. I'm going to go get rich. I'm going to get me a rich man. I'm going to have a good life. I, ad nauseum, you know. And the more I connect into this wonderful course, I'm able to see that it's my resistance and me thinking that I can stop, change anything is the resistance. God has the script already written out, and when I can be in a place of just following it, allowing it to happen, having faith in the God that I am, the God that created me, the God that is within me, the more I can just flow and be, and the less resistance I have. I mean, we can we can get resistance to anything, at least I can. Um, I can be fine. I can be watching my television show, having a really great time, until all of a sudden somebody decides that they want to change the channel. You want to see resistance? That's resistance. What's wrong with them? They knew I was watching this show. It only had 20 minutes left. Couldn't they have been considerate and waited for at least 20 minutes? I know it sounds like kind of silly, but that's resistance also. And learning to just slow down and have it the way it is, not the way I would like it to be, and recognizing that when I follow my heart and I just pray to God, please grant me knowledge of your will and the power to carry that out, and sincerely wish that, it always turns out the way I wanted it to turn out anyway. It's always, always for the better. my resistance can get sneaky. Sometimes it's stuff that I won't forgive me for. It's resentments and bitternesses and defiances that I've held against myself for years, years and years, and we don't even realize it. I mean, yesterday I was able to talk to a friend about a script that I'd written God, over 50 years ago, or darn close to it, and then to have that patience coming from my friend and just walking me through it and saying, that didn't happen that way. That couldn't have happened that way, and helping me to see that what I had done was because I had the resistance and didn't want to look at what truly happened. I created my own version of what happened, and there you go with resistance. And it was by talking to them and honestly believing and releasing and forgiving myself and anyone else that was involved in the situation, um, I was able to breathe. And I remember sitting there in the car and yesterday, and I had the best breath a couple times, just that great big sigh. Whew. And they commented, you've held on to that for over 50 years. And I had. So when you can let go of those kind of nuggets, it's wonderful, at least for me, because those are the founding blocks, the keystones that I have used to create the mini me down here. And when I let those guys go, I can just slowly start to see me for who I am. And of course, after I was able to look at that resistance um, as clearly as I did, my next step was to talk to God and tell him, I really am sorry. I'm sorry for anyone that I've hurt in the process of going down that rabbit hole, and I'm sorry, self. I'm sorry that I've been lying to you for all these years, and forgive me, and actually be able to love myself in spite of myself, or how I'm supposed to be, what I'm supposed to do. And we do fool ourselves that way. So I kind of saw yesterday as a way of removing a great big boulder that was part of my self-identity. And as I am one that wants to ascend, I want to move on and get out of this pool and connect to the Christ self that I truly am. And I don't want to play this way, in the getting in there. And yes, it's fun to wear cowboy hats and the shiny badges, but I'd like to rest in heaven for a little bit too. I think I'd just like to take that time to slow down and get into that acceptance of self. And the more I can really, because it's kind of cool. Because when I do slow down and I'm asking God only for knowledge of His will and the power to carry that out, His will's my will. So, or my will is His will. So He wants me to learn how to come home to Him. So as I do the next right thing that's in front of me to do, I didn't have to talk to my friend about the situation that just bubbled up in my mind, but I did. I felt in my heart that it was the time to talk about it, and I did. And from that, it opened me up more, and it opened me up to miracles, and it opened me up more to me and to this divine design that's been going on. Well, I've been running around thinking that it's been me doing this stuff. Well, it hasn't, you know. And more, I think that we can, if we truly want to follow our heart, just flow down the river and don't let these lies and these these fears and resistances, stand in the way, and not to let the thinking that we've been raised with stand in the way. Like, good girls don't do that. And sometimes it's just really dumb stuff when you think about it, and in my case, I'm probably going to overshare. But it's like being an old lady and having my titties hitting the floor, and thinking about, oh my goodness, I'm supposed to wear a bra when I go out because my breasts are supposed to be at a certain height, you know. And I know, everybody's laughing over there, and that's fine. Please do, because we're raised with that kind of insidious thinking, and it's kind of like, we don't have bodies anyway, but the one I've got is not appropriate. It's not measuring up to the standard of how a woman's breasts, the height and level of a woman's breasts is supposed to be. And I've got all kinds of that junk in my head. I've got rules about how my hair is supposed to be, um, about what I'm supposed to wear at 69 years old, um, and who I'm supposed to go out with and who I'm not, and on and on and on. So these, as I run into them, are they cause a resistance. And something like I said, just as simple as well, it's getting warmer, so am I going to wear a bra or not wear a bra? Well, I get the resistance about that. Well, no, if you're gonna go out in that, then you have to wearing that shirt, then you better, put one on, and learning to forgive myself and truly sit and accept me for where I am, and then say, okay, you know, do I want to wear one because I want to wear one, or do I want to wear one because I have to wear one? Because my mind says that I'm a dirty whatever, and who am I trying to press and everything, you know, if I don't wear one. So I know it's silly, but that's just one of those places where resistance can get in my way. I forgive myself for thinking the thoughts. I let it go, and then all of a sudden, I don't even notice whether I'm wearing a bra or not. It doesn't matter. I'm not paying as much attention to the clothes that I wear. If I want to wear blue jeans at 69 years old, I can do that. But there's definitely programming in there that says that's not appropriate. So we have all this stuff that works against us. But if we really work on that place of, I am okay, I really do. In the Course it talks about, I want to see above all else. I want to see. And that as we want to see, we let go of things. The closer I get, the more I let go, the closer I get to who I truly am. And it's a wonderful feeling when I can look back even a week or a month or whatever and go, whoa, didn't I used to, like I'll listen to a song or I'll see a movie or something, and didn't I do that once? I mean, I don't even remember a lot of the stuff, and it's not because I'm getting senile. A lot of the stuff I've just let go, forgotten, forgiven to the point where I don't remember anymore, because it kind of like throws us into a parallel universe where it didn't happen anyway. So it's about growing, it's about learning, and I know I kind of get jumbled. I'm not used to talking much anyway, and when I do, I start judging myself, and then it comes out all strange. But the bottom line is that we keep us here by resistance. And the more we can just love God, trust God, and follow God's plan for us and accept us just exactly the way we are, knowing that how we are is how God would have us be, um, the sooner we get to take a nap in heaven. Anyway, I love you guys, and please have a lovely and blessed night.